Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome. Whether it's your first episode with us, you've been with us for every episode. This is the Players Club, a podcast by the players for the people, and I'm your host, Darien Rencher. Episode 17 here at the Players Club. Thank you guys for tuning in and joining us this week. Like always, super glad to have you. It means a lot that you guys are tuning in, and we're going to keep this thing going. And this week, we got one of my favorite friends, one of my best friends. We played college football together for a number of years. He's known to be the greatest running back to ever play in ACC history, like factual. So Travis Etienne Jr. will be joining us later. Whether you're a Clemson fan, Jaguars fan, or any fan of football, or just a fan of the podcast, I'm sure you'll enjoy hearing all the stories that we shared, all the memories, and just hearing about his process through everything, his rookie year, everything, all that good stuff coming up soon. And then one of the biggest reasons I'm even actually down here in Florida is because when Travis is going through the process of going to the league, the NFL, you choose a training facility, and there's a training facility. I'm training at House of Athletes. I'm actually rocking the merch, whatever. But down here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, like Weston, Florida, Miami area, he was down here last year, and I came out and hung out with him and visited. And I was like, this place is awesome. The energy's great. It's just good people. He's learning a lot, and Travis is like, his bench presses went up immensely. I'm like, bro, what is going on? I got to come down here and visit. So I came down and visit, met the people, and I was like, if I'm in position to chase a dream next year, that's exactly where I'm going, because you can't beat the weather, you can't beat the city, and then the training is amazing. So yeah, shout out to House of Athlete. Look, we're giving a little promo, but and thank you, Travis, for even setting me up to come down here. It's cool how everything comes full circle. But more on Travis coming up later. And like I said, I'm sure it'll be a treat to a lot of people. It's going to be an awesome episode. But let's talk about the Super Bowl. One, as a football fan and sports fan, the playoffs from top to bottom had to be, and maybe like, I don't know if I'm living in like the whole modern, what just happened now is the best thing ever. But I really would go, I don't know, like I'm a football fan. I don't know the last time I was just tuned into every single playoff game. It seemed like every single playoff game came down to the last possession or went in overtime or was controversial or to some extent. And so I just think the playoffs this year was amazing. I think that the NFL their ratings had to be crazy. And so I'm just really appreciative to see a lot of good football. The past, 4 or 5 weeks has been amazing. Then the Super Bowl, for me, it was a win-win situation because I had teammates on both sides. My teammate for the Rams, who they won a Super Bowl, Tremaine Ankrum, who I played with for a number of years, was able to get his first Super Bowl ring in his second year, which is like, it's amazing. I think he's won in every level. I don't know what's high school. Don't quote me, but he's probably won in every level. Definitely won in college. He won two in college, and then wins it Super Bowl in his second year. It's amazing. And then on the other side, I didn't play with DJ Reader, but DJ Reader's a Clemson guy. You got T. Higgins. You got Jackson Carman for the Bengals. And so I was really just rooting for a good game, and I knew either way it goes, one of my friends is going to win a Super Bowl really young in their career, which is amazing. And even though T didn't win, he had a great game. Bro, had 2 touchdowns. I was just sitting there where he was like, yeah, I know that guy. And it's like, that's such a cool. I was like, yeah, I know that guy. That's my boy. I heard balling in the Super Bowl. Also, the halftime show was like, that was great, bro. Like, you got Eminem, Dr. Dre, the whole 50 Cent, Snoop. Like, that the halftime show was one very LA and very cool. Like 10 out of 10 halftime show. I don't know if you guys saw any commercials that were good. I thought the commercials were okay. Like, I don't know. I don't really have a favorite coming out of the Super Bowl, watching the game. But yeah, that was amazing. Super Bowl was cool. It's going to be sad that we're not getting any football for a very long time now. So you got a lot of downtime coming, some spring ball coming up here in the weeks to come. But football season is officially over. And so definitely a tear. The best sport in America, in the world. The game of football. But speaking of that football, we got one of my good football friends coming up. Like I said, I played with him for 4 years. I was there before Travis and after Travis, which shows my age, whatever. But seriously, one of my favorite teammates, one of my best friends that I met through the game of football and through Clemson. We became really close. I spent more time with him in 4 years than I did with probably anybody else because we saw each other every single day doing the same exact things. And so, and like he's got a great, man, you guys are going to be in for a treat. A lot of good things to say. Just a lot to talk about, a lot of memories that we kind of caught up on, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy. So coming up next here on the Players Club podcast, Travis Etienne Jr., former running back at Clemson, but now currently running back for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Coming up next on the podcast. Yeah, welcome to episode 17. Joined here by one of my really good friends who I spent a whole lot of time with during my days at Clemson. I was there before him, and I was there after him. That's how long I was in college. But I'm glad to be joined by my brother, Travis Etienne Jr. What's up, bro?
What's up? What's up? Hey, glad you got me on here, man.
I know, man. Look, I've been telling everybody the past couple of weeks, we had a good lineup. You were one of the many people that the people asked for. They asked for Coach Sweeney, Christian, Trev, Renfro, and then obviously the Clemson's I ain't gonna say you're the most famous because CJ, y'all be competing, but definitely one of the most famous players to come to Clemson. So glad to have you on the pod, bro. For anybody listening, and even all the Jaguars fans that might be tuning in, glad to have you on, bro. So we're just gonna get straight to it. Just how is your foot? Like, how are you feeling coming off the injury? Where is Travis Etienne at right now?
So actually, my foot is doing much better. Really just got back into the gym, squatting for the first time this past week. So that's been really good. Been running for a while now. I'm kind of getting back to that 80%, 85% range. So definitely just heading in the right direction, man. As you know, it's an injury, so you gotta take it day by day, and man, you can't skip no days. So
you can't, bro.
Really can't. So just taking it day by day and really moving forward, and man, you just find peace just seeing people who've been through this injury and seeing how they've done throughout their career. So I mean, I find peace in that.
Bro, just for the people who don't know, because I didn't know. When you told me, I was like, I ain't never heard of that. What happened to you, and what was it called? Like the meta something? I don't know. What was your injury?
Nah, it's a Liz Frank injury. It's an injury that's common in ballerina dancing because they're up on their toes so much. So what actually happened, I was up with my toes inside a pile, and basically my foot got stuck in the ground, and a dude came and like landed on me, and like my foot was just like planted in the ground, and my ankle was trying to turn. So something had to give, and my foot gave. And so what actually happened is the ligaments, like it's kind of weird to explain, but the bones, like my big toe and my index toe were connected, and like when stuff got to going down, basically it split. The bone split, and it caused the ligament that holds everything together to tear. And basically, they told me it was a Liz Frank injury. I had no idea what it was. I had to Google it because everybody asked that question. It's my injury, so I had to be able to explain it. So I had to go educate myself on it. But it's a rare injury, but it happened. And man, I feel like God set me down for a reason. He gave me perspective, and man, really just ready to get back.
No doubt, bro. You just taught me something common in ballerinas. So the people just got an educational lesson on your injury, whatever it's called. All right, so bros, since I'm pretty sure I don't think you've ever really had a major injury. So you're coming in as a rookie, and somebody pulled this quote, and you can tell me if it's fake news or not. But somebody says you compared your rookie season to being a kid at a birthday party who couldn't eat the cake. Is this true?
Nah, I definitely said that. I definitely said that in the interview because, as you know, like throughout the whole season, I was there. So I was there each and every day, just really getting my mentors ready for next season. So like I feel like I was at the birthday party and like I'm able to indulge in everything, all the activities. But when it's time to get out there on the field, as I would say, is the cake. When everybody go to the party for the cake. So on that Sunday, I gotta sit and watch everybody else enjoy the fruits of their labor.
Right.
So I definitely felt like a kid at the party who couldn't eat no cake.
That's a good quote, bro.
I don't know how I came up with that.
I don't either, but bro, look, that's a great analogy. So as you talked about that, like obviously, people like you got draft. We'll get to your draft day and all that stuff later, but just talking about your rookie year, like how was it? Just you can elaborate a little bit more, like because you work so hard to get to the league, and then you finally there, and then you're not playing. Like how was your rookie year?
Nah, as you would say, but man, it basically was a roller coaster for real. Definitely going into training camp, rookie mini camp, you're definitely not thinking that your season is going to be ended by injury.
Right.
So just fast forward, like just rookie mini camp, man, having a great mini camp. I mean, like the first couple of days were kind of rough, but that's in everything. But after those first couple of hiccups, I mean, I had like was doing great out there, like just really showing people who I was for the first time in the Jaguar uniform. And just unfortunately derailed by the injury. But I mean, we was definitely heading in the right direction. I felt like I would have had a great rookie season, which I mean, I just felt like God, like just trying to make sense of the injury. I feel like
Right.
he set me down for a reason. And I feel like he kind of gave me a perspective that I never had about football. So I feel like throughout my injury, I kind of found love in the game, and man, I'm really happy. I'm not happy it happened, but I find peace in knowing why it happened. So really just can't wait to get back out there.
And it's funny because a lot of like our teammates and like former players who watch the podcast, and anybody who knows you, bro, they would never describe you as a guy who just loves football. Like, like just give it like they wouldn't describe you, but like you're really good at it. But I really do think maybe there's injury, like you said, you like found like a renewed passion for the game. What kind of walk me through that mindset?
Well, honestly, just man, I felt like just being so good at it all my life, I was taking it for granted.
Right.
And just having to sit back and watch the guys go at it, and me not being able to help the team, really just kind of hurt me to my core. Because I feel like I wanted to be out there and to help the guys, and that definitely gave me just a new mindset, a whole renewal, and just sitting down with my parents, my mom and dad, my grandmother, just having conversations with them, and just being away from the game, man. Because we all know it's going to come a day and time where it's going to end.
Right.
But if you would have asked me 2 years ago if I would have been playing rookie season, I would have been like, nah, man, I'd probably be rookie of the year or something like that.
Yeah.
And for it to go down this way, I felt like it's just God set me down for a reason. And I never had a break from football throughout my whole career. I never had a major injury. So this was the first for everything.
Yeah.
And I feel like we only could make, like when they give you lemons, make lemonade. So I feel like we only could take this situation and get better from it.
Exactly.
Got to.
Yeah, bro. I'm going to claim you're going to be like the Ben Simmons of the NFL, bro. Because I think you're going to take the league by storm, and only in due time. But before the injury. In due time, bro. Look, so one of the biggest things now is you got a new coach. Obviously, you had a former coach. And just for a second, bro, one of the craziest things was like he had you playing wide receiver. Is there any like talks, like, because obviously you haven't been on the field, like with your new coach, like how are they going to use you, or have y'all talked about it, thought about it? So yeah, walk us through your former coach, just like, and then that, like how you, bro. I'm gonna just tell people. Go ahead.
Yeah, so definitely. I mean, let's say he had me a wide receiver. That's just because Trev during rookie minicamp, Trev couldn't hand the ball off because he just had surgery or something like that, something on his shoulder. So he couldn't hand the ball off. So coach was like, go out there and learn how to be a receiver. So he didn't switch me to receiver. He just wanted me to learn how to be a receiver. So whenever they motion me out and I get one-on-one with a linebacker or something like that, I'm able to exploit the matchups.
Yeah.
So he wasn't. I was training that receiver, but I was still a running back. Just because Trev during rookie minicamp, Trev can hand it off.
Look, I'm learning stuff too. Like that's the first time I ever heard that. I'm learning.
Yeah, because everybody just kind of like painted this picture of Herb. I mean, he is a one of one, but he knew what he was doing, and I'm forever thankful for that because I felt like he helped me grow my game so much during that little time.
Yeah.
To whereas you remember freshman year, man, I couldn't catch a cold. You feel me,
bro?
So
we're gonna get to it because I want the people. We're gonna get to this later, but there's a quote that says you were the best pass catching back since Alvin Kamara. And when I tell you guys, we're gonna get to this later, that is, if I've ever seen a miracle, that is a miracle that I've witnessed in the game of football. But yeah, so how you feel about your new coach? That's one of the biggest things. Like Jaguars people probably tuned in. Like you, obviously, all the adversity that came with the organization this past year with coaching changes, and then now y'all hired former Eagles coach Doug Peterson. How do you feel about it? What are your thoughts about it?
I mean, for me, I'm definitely excited. I mean, anytime you can get a Super Bowl winning coach to come and coach for you, I mean, like, who doesn't want that? You want someone who's seen it before,
right?
And I feel like he's seen it before, and he knows like what pieces we need in order to make that next step. So I'm very excited to get to work, man. I feel like that's exactly what the Jaguars needed, and we got it. Someone who's seen it happen, who's been through it not only once but twice, and I feel like he's going to come here and maybe we can replicate it a third time.
How was it for you watching the Super Bowl like watching T or throughout the playoffs? You know what I'm saying? Seeing all our friends play.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly, I know you and T are close. So how was it watching your friends in Super Bowl this year?
Man, I feel like honestly, I think I texted my mom when the Bengals lost. I say, "Dang, I feel like I lost the Super Bowl." Cause like just me and T, we were roommates, and like just
Right.
having that relationship with him. And I had went to the Bengals versus the Raiders game to watch him and Hunter, and just see them battle. And like I felt like just watching that game, man. Not gonna lie to you, I shot Trevor a text. I was like, man, we're gonna be in a Super Bowl turning it up one day. So like just watching that and like just being away from the game so long just kind of brought me chills. And like you want to experience that moment, you know. And I feel like me and Trevor just gotta just focus and do whatever we can to get there eventually.
Right.
Like to experience that one time and just for T to experience that so young in his career, man, I feel like it gives me all the confidence I need going forward to be able to get there.
No doubt. That's what I'm saying. It was encouraging and inspiring for all of us. Just it's so cool, bro, to see.
Nah, definitely. And then I mean, he went there and
I
he ain't just
know.
played. My boy scored 2 tutties, so like he did his thing.
Right.
Unfortunately, they lost, and I mean that's your main focus. But when you look back at that later in life, because like Super Bowl, you can't take that for granted. As you know, like just going to the national championship, man, you can't take that for granted.
Right.
And that's on the way less scared in the Super Bowl. So for him to go there and do what he's done, I feel like he gonna look back on that later in life and he'll be able to tell his kids about that forever.
If you haven't watched Travis's high school highlights, they're probably like some of the best highlights I've seen. Somebody with your pedigree, bro. Let's say this from St. Louisiana, from the boot, as they say. Most people go to LSU. What made you go a long way from home and come to Clemson?
Well, it was just stepping out on faith, and I felt like just being recruited by LSU and just being so close there, being like an hour and 30 from there. I felt like if I would have went there, I wouldn't have been around the great crowds. I would have been hanging out with my friends, just doing the same things we've done in high school. So I feel like I want to challenge myself to be better. And not gonna lie to you, when I talked with Coach Elliott and Coach Sweeney for the first time, they came to my grandmother's house and just to see God-fearing men, just to see them how they lead and how they led the program and just their approach to everything. I felt like it was a match made in heaven, honestly. And Coach Sweeney and Coach Elliott coming to the house was icing on the cake, and it was just me just having that faith to step out. And it was my mom really pushing me out of the nest to make that decision.
Right. Bro, speaking of that, one of the stories that Coach Elliott, because he don't take credit for you, but so people don't know, like in the recruiting process, Travis is like technically wasn't supposed to come to Clemson. There was a guy they were recruiting that had some academic issues, and so he was already committed to Clemson, but he pretty much, I can say decommitted. He just he wasn't eligible. And so
yeah, so my Clemson offer didn't come till like January, bro.
Exactly. So after
that was last offer.
So after like the first sign day, Travis like waited. He wasn't early enrolling. And then like he was kind of like a last minute like pickup to the recruiting class. And like nobody knew where Jennings, Louisiana is. I think you might be the first Clemson guy from Louisiana. I want to say the first workout you missed, bro. Do you remember that?
The 5:30 a.m. workout. First 5:30 a.m. workout. I was late. Had to do up downs, man. I never forget that. And then like it's crazy because like it was the first ever Friday workout, and I was late. So like everybody had that little. They already had me already labeled. So
I know. Crazy. And that wasn't even on my script, bro. I'm thinking about the memories. I remember. So I'm thinking. Everybody's thinking that like I ain't gonna say he's the most. He ain't the most grinder, and apparently he's good. Everybody knew he's fast, but like it's just like I just couldn't put my finger on it. And then the first Friday morning workout, which is like I guess it'd be the summer. We all show up at 5:30, no matter what age or position you are. You show up at 5:30 as a team. It's the only team workout a week. And Coach Batson, our strength coach, he'll take the roll. And he's taking a roll, and then usually you'll be like, you just kind of looking like, is everybody here? It's 120 guys. You can't really see everybody. You're just hoping everybody's here. And he was like, anybody seen Travis Etienne? And I guess T was your roommate, and everybody was looking at T, or somebody was like, and everybody's shaking their heads like, we ain't seen him. And they looked at us, the running backs, was like, and then I just see you walking in, shirt half off, like 20 minutes in the workout.
Nah, because it was crazy. Because I remember all that, man. It was just crazy because like when we finally put the pads on, when we have our Saturday scrimmages,
right?
It's like where everything kind of changed. And bro, he even let me break it down. Freshman year, he was like break it down. I'm just like I'm nervous and stuff, but just got to do it. But nah, it was definitely crazy because I felt like as you know, like me, like we have like people think since you fast, you got to win every sprint.
Right.
Man, no, it's a race. Like I've learned at a young age, it's a race versus yourself.
Right.
Cause now I remember the first that 5:30 a.m. workout that I was late to. We had 14 half gassers that day, and I'm talking about, man, like I think it was like number 10 or 11. I'm like, really can't go no more, but I got to push because I am the new guy. I was late. I got all these things going against me, and I'm in there dying, man. Just had to. I don't know how I got through, but I did it.
But you made it, bro. Look, you made it. And so, bro, just going off, I mean, you can look, everybody go Google records, go Google stats, go Google everything. His career. You pretty much had a dream career at Clemson, dude. Like we were able to win a national championship. You broke every record known to man for running back. But here's a question for you. I want you to give me one play and one game, if you could pick out of your entire career, that you want to be remembered for, or you remember most.
All right. Just the one that I just instantly go back to was probably freshman year, Louisville game. Freshman year Louisville game. I'm talking about, man. I like this is my first time ever playing like in a big stage because like I'm from a small town, Jennings, Louisiana. So I'm starting on kickoff return, and I'm talking about like all week we in there practicing, just getting right, and like the first kickoff, it goes right through my hands. I pick it up, I might get like 10 yards. So second kickoff, it go through my hands again. Man, I'm talking about, so like now I'm kind of in my head, like just really defeated. And then we get a halftime, and Coach Sweeney, it just go to show you the coach he is, because I feel like him and Coach Elliott believed in me way before I believed in myself.
Right.
And like he kind of gave like a little halftime speech, and he was like, and you know what? He's like, E.T., you're going to get out there, you're going to catch that kickoff return, and you're going to run it back. So now I'm hyped up, for real. I'm hyped up. So we get the ball again. They kick it off. Man, I dropped it a third time. So I dropped it a third time, and now I'm really just defeated. I'm like, man, that coach really ain't fooling with me no more. But then they put me in, like in the fourth quarter, and Zarek hands me the ball, and I just take off for like 81 yards.
I remember, bro.
But it goes to show you just like, because coach could have clearly set me down because I didn't fumble the ball 3 times already. I'm a freshman. We have great running backs in front of me, and everybody was going off, but they just put me in, gave me an opportunity to showcase my skill, and man, I feel like after that, I really gained my confidence, and it helped propel me forward throughout the whole year.
Bro, that play, and I've seen all of them firsthand. But even through all the plays you made through your entire career, that honestly, I think I've said this before, that might be your best run. That run, like the Clemson fans that know, if you don't know, go look up that run and just look at how it's not supposed to happen. That's the best way I would describe the run. That run was not supposed to happen. They were playing hard. Like, I just don't understand. Like, it wasn't, you were probably $190 at that point. Like,
not even $190, like 180.
185,
something,
you know what I'm
like that.
saying? Like, that run was just not supposed to happen. And it was just like, all right, well, this dude gonna be good. All right, so Louisville play, that is everybody who knows your career knows that play. Great choice. All right, one game. And don't choose a national championship because that's like an easy one. Don't choose a natty. You get one game out of your career. All right,
I mean, I would say one game that really helped shape who I am today was also my freshman year, Sugar Bowl. We played Alabama in New Orleans, man. I'm talking about, so like you said, I'm like a bucket, like 185. Talking about dudes is out there. Man, I get in the game. So coach put me in like first half, like first quarter, like it's like fourth, fifth play of the game. And out there, I'm looking, bro. Dude calves is as big as my thighs.
I remember Darien Rencher. He's huge, bro.
Bruh. Huge, bro. So like I'm just looking at that. I get the ball and I immediately like, I gotta get tackled. I just gotta get contact. So after that, after that first couple licks, you kind of remember, bro, it's just football, bro. And like you kind of get into the groove of things. But I felt like just how my body felt after that game and how the game went, it shaped who I was going forward. Because I felt like I never want to be in a position to where I couldn't really just dominate and attack, like or impose my will on the other team.
Right.
So I feel like going forward, that really helped shape me, and it kind of just gave me sense that like if I do put all my all into this football stuff, that possibly I could be in the NFL one day. I could make a lot of money playing football.
Yeah.
So it was a Sugar Bowl game. That loss and how we lost and the way that we lost really shaped me and who I was going forward.
How does it feel to be known as the best running back to ever come through the ACC? Like factual, like not like he say, she say. We're going off pure stats. How does it? What comes to your mind when people say Travis Etienne is the best running back to ever play football in the ACC?
I mean, honestly, I kind of just think to my teammates because I feel like without them, I wouldn't be able to get those stats. We obviously had a great offensive line.
Yeah.
We had receivers willing to block downfield. We had coaches. So I felt like it was just when I think about me and everything that I've done, I think about the people around me. Because without the people around me, I wouldn't have been able to do those things. So I definitely want to just thank everybody who ever had a part in my career. Because as you said, we started off from ground one. We started off we was in the negatives. We started off in the negatives, but just for everybody to have faith in me and keep believing in me, and for Coach Elliott and Coach Sweeney to see the potential that I had inside of me and them to just take that out of me, I'm forever grateful.
Last year at this time, you were doing what I'm doing. You were preparing for the draft. You actually were training the same spots because the reason I'm training here is because I saw you train here, and I was like, I like that place too. And so you were down here, Miami area, training at House of Athletes. What was the most surprising part of the process for you as you were getting ready to go to the league?
Honestly, the most surprising part probably was time management. Just because being in a college room and them just navigating your each and every step. Like in college, you don't have time to yourself. You don't have time to think about what you actually like or like things that you want to do outside of football or school because you're just doing those things all the time. So when I was out there training, I had to find hobbies, just find things that I like to do to keep me occupied and keep my mind
right
in the right place because as they say, idle time is of the devil. So basically just trying to keep myself focused was probably the hardest thing. And so like you say, time management, that was like the biggest thing for me.
That's big. In short, let's give the HOA people some love. But how was your experience training House of Athlete?
Nah, man. I think the House of Athletes was great. And I really fell in love with their just everything. I mean, I did 18 reps. I feel like I don't think I ever did 18 reps at Clemson. I, I think on a good day I might hit 8.
I swear.
So just to see that growth, and I mean, you're in Florida. HOA is located in Florida, man. You know the weather out there is great all the time, and you just seeing the superstars coming in and out of that building really helped motivate me. I remember Michael Vick came. I seen Cam Newton. I tweeted about that because just growing up, just seeing Cam Newton in that Auburn uniform, just going crazy, and then because of what he did at the Panthers, so he was like just a superhero to me, and like that's kind of one of the reasons I wear number 1 to this day. So just seeing him come in there and see him just work, just grind, just being around successful people makes you want to be successful.
No doubt.
So I feel like that really helped me, just seeing all those guys come in and out, and then you got Mo Wells who just know what he's doing. Like people there, Coach Troy, that Brandon. I thank for him just to invite me to be a part of that and give me the opportunity to showcase my skills to the world because they didn't have a combine last year. So just very appreciative of that, man.
When you're going through the draft process, especially when you're like a potential first round pick like Trav, a lot of teams will meet with you and you'll meet with teams and they'll ask you questions about various amounts of stuff. What was the most interesting thing that happened to you while we ask it one more time. What was the most interesting thing that happened to you while meeting with NFL team?
But so first off, all the meets was on Zoom. And till this day, I think my second time getting asked this question, my second time explaining this. But no, man, I had to I had to make a rap video. It was like, man, like maybe like a 30-second clip, but I don't know, it was just weird. I had to make a rap video, and it had certain parameters on it. It had to like end with certain things and that sort. And like coach sent a sample, and he sent his sample. So I was like, I definitely could do this, but I just didn't understand why I had to do it. But I don't know why I did that, but I had to make a rap video, and I think I probably deleted that video because I didn't ever want it to get out.
Never.
So so nah, but definitely a rap video. That was the craziest thing and the most awkward thing because like this NFL team, like they got a potential chance of drafting you, so you're not gonna be like, nah, coach, I'm not sending you that video.
Right.
Like, nah, I'm gonna buckle down and I sent the video. I might have recorded it about 4 or 5 times, make sure it was right, and then shipped it. So
Yeah, that's wow. I'm glad. That's well. Also, they didn't draft you, so that's
nah, he didn't
crazy.
draft me.
Yeah, just for
So I don't
people,
know why I sent the video.
right? Because when people would think they're like, all right, you can be talking football X's and O's. Let me ask you about whatever your home life, and the fact that like you got asked to do a rap video is beyond me. I'm like, what leadership skills does this portray? That you could be, I don't know, you can be creative. Who knows? All right, we got this earlier. We're gonna talk about it now before we wrap it up. During your draft process, when people were kind of like all the little like ranking websites, one of the things that just took me down memory lane was that somebody referred to you as the best pass catching back since Alvin Kamara, and like it is true because you caught a lot of balls you last year, but to see the full circle like Travis Etienne becoming a pass catching back was crazy. So just walk the people through your pass catching journey, if you would say, because when you first got here,
Yeah.
yeah,
So obviously running a wing team in high school. Out of all my 4 years, I probably had like 7 receptions. So I get to Clemson in freshman year. So I think my freshman year, I might have had like 8 receptions on the year. Sophomore year was maybe like 12. So like just getting the draft grades back and stuff like that. Like in order to be like a every down back, I gotta be able to be on the field for third down. So really just buckled down. Kind of just got with Amari Rogers. You know, he kind of got me in the jug machine. He got me on the tennis balls, and really it was just all about confidence. Just having faith in myself, being able to catch those balls. And I think my past 2 years combined, I probably caught over like 90 balls. So, but just to backtrack to freshman year, because I remember we was on Jervy Meadows, and man, it's a hot day, and I'm talking about we out there running Pascal. Well, not Pascal. It's like half team myself. We're just going
right.
rep after rep after rep, and I mean, I think Kelly might have threw me like 3 flats in a row, and I might have dropped every single one of them. Every single one of them. It got to a point to where I was like, if they called a flat, I was trying to put another running back inside the game. Like
Right. I
I was
remember.
trying to get him to go in, but it definitely was a confidence thing. Just it definitely was a confidence thing. Just me not catching balls. Just because like I feel like my hands have always been great. I just didn't have the confidence, or I would try to run before I catch the ball. All the simple things like that. Just trying to slow myself down because I have a tendency of trying to just move fast through everything. So um, it definitely was just having a reality check on myself and just knowing if I wanted to be an NFL back that I can't have bricks for hands because I'm not the biggest guy. I'm not
Right.
Derrick Henry. Like
Yeah.
you ain't just giving me the ball to just go down here every play. Nah, we got to find ways to get me into space, and that's why I had to develop my hands, and it made me a better player.
Yeah, I think that's. We didn't even talk about this, but just really quickly, I mean, it was a big news, and like you kind of alluded to it. Like you could have left as a junior. You could have been in T's class in that whatever year that was, the 2020 class. And you could have came out then, but you made a decision to come back. Um, like you said, what was the reasoning for that?
Really, just I felt like when it all boils down to it was just the brotherhood and the just the culture that Coach Sweeney and them created. Because clearly, my junior year, I had a great draft projection, and I could have left. And also was like just one to finish school. I mean, I felt like I started it, so I needed to finish, and I knew just me being me, I leave my junior year, I get millions of dollars. Like I'm not going back to school, so I felt like while I'm in it right now, I definitely have to finish it. And I mean, you only get college one time. You only get that 4 years one time. And I felt like I had to enjoy those years. And I felt like that last year, well, my junior year, I wasn't really mature enough and I wasn't ready to have that wealth, have that money. And I felt like just coming back my senior year kind of just helped me mature and grow and just have a plan for my future in the next 6, 7 years down the road. And now I have my degree. Now I'm not stressing about going back to school or what if I would have done this. And it panned out, man. I still was a first round draft pick. Had a great senior season, which we could have won a championship, but everything don't go your way every time. But
Don't.
it definitely worked out.
So what was going through your head, your mind, draft day? What's the process like?
Man, so not gonna lie to you, I feel like draft day was the longest day of my life, and it was just crazy because like you hope to get drafted that first day, but you don't really know. Like you don't know. So like just take it back to that day. So the family's all together, everything is all set up, and we're all together, all hanging out, just having a great time. You're doing a whole bunch of like little marketing deals, stuff like that, going through that all throughout the day. You have your friends FaceTime and you're telling you just like live in the moment, just don't get stressed out, things of that sort. So and clearly you got the nerves, biggest thing. So before the draft actually started, the coach from Miami texted me and the Bills texted me, and it was like, "Good luck," like, and they're like, "Good luck, and congratulations on your career so far. Congratulations on everything so far." So now my mindset kind of shift going in forward to it. I'm like, well, I kind of talked to Miami a little bit, but I really don't think they're going to get me. But the Bills, I've been talking to them like the whole time, and like they was really raving about me, telling me that they're going to get me and stuff like that, and like that it was a lock basically. And but they had like the 31st or 30th pick, and I mean, bro, first pick happens, so that's Trev. So the house is lit, the house is going crazy,
Yeah,
and everybody just so excited. But then the second pick happens, the third pick happens, the fourth, and bro, those are the like you, bro. It's like so much time in between each pick.
I know. You just
So, but I think the draft started at 7. I probably get drafted until like 10 o'clock. And then, bro, you're just going through it. It's like, boom, another person, another person, another person. And like, your phone is, my phone is silent. Like nothing's ringing. Everybody's in the house. My mom, she's kind of stressing. My dad, he's over there nervous. And everybody just looking around because everybody just kind of waiting. And so, like, you just keep waiting and keep waiting and keep waiting. And I actually went to the back room and laid down. Like, about, like, just like, man, dang, like, just, just don't know, like, what's going to happen. And then my agent, my sister come running in the room. He's on the phone. He's like, bro, get up, get up, get up. He's like, the Jags just called. Like, they're going to get you because, like, he's like, be ready to answer the phone. And I'm like, it still hasn't hit me yet. It still hasn't hit me yet. So I get up, I go, and then my phone rings. And I'm like that's crazy because, like, I don't think I had one meeting with the Jags. Like, I think
that
the
is
Jags
crazy.
came to pro day, and Coach Parham took me through all my exercises and everything. But since then, like, it was like cold turkey. So I had no idea I was going to be going there. But then just to go there and like to have Trev going there, we're both rookies, we're both new to this. It was just really, it was really like I feel like it was a top 5 moment ever in my life, and you just can't recreate those things. And it was stressful at first, but after that, man, we turned up, had me a little cigar, had some wine, and just really had a great time, and had to fly out the very next morning.
Yeah.
That was probably the worst thing, just having to be there the next day early in the morning.
Yeah. That's amazing. Look, dude, because that was you. That's what you came back for, to be a first round running back. Because they don't take running backs a lot in the first round, but you did it,
Mm-hmm.
bro. Came back. You, it was a huge moment. It was just really cool for all of us, especially anybody who's a Clemson fan. That was probably one of the coolest moments for a Clemson fan, just seeing two of the best players ever come through the program go to the same exact team. So like a lot of overlap. A lot of people definitely just by default became Jaguars fans,
Became Jaguars fan.
including myself. I never thought about a Duval or nothing. But as soon as my boys got drafted, look, I'm a Jaguars fan. But kind of wrapping up, bro, it's been a great episode. I'm sure people tuning in have loved it. You've gotten to hear from the man himself. Last question for you, bro. And you could take this, just obviously people have seen your career. You've had like a down moment, a little minor setback for like a major comeback. We believe it's going to happen. But what do you see? You don't have to overpromise anything crazy here, but like, what does Travis Etienne see for the future for the next year?
I don't know, man. Honestly, for the next year, I just want to my main focus is just getting back to myself, getting back to who I was as a football player, and really just putting my I feel like just showcasing myself to the world. I just want to put Travis Etienne out there for the world to experience. I feel like Clemson fans have experienced that. Jennings, Louisiana fans have experienced that. But I don't feel like the Jaguars have experienced that yet, or the world, because I feel like now it's a bigger stage, and I'm not only playing for I'm playing for things bigger than me, and I just want to go out there and just get back to myself, getting back to competing at a high level, and really, like Coach say, just be the best version of myself. And I feel like if I go out there and just focus on being the best version of me each and every play, the stats and accolades are going to take care of itself.
No doubt. Well said, bro. Well, thank you. I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure people are going to love this one. Thank you for coming on to the podcast, bro. Definitely glad to have you on. This was perfect timing. And then I'm sure we'll get some more of the boys on in the days to come. But thanks for coming on the pod, bro. Appreciate you.
Now, we definitely got to get T on here so I can hear about that Super Bowl experience.
All right, well, definitely. Let's see if we can get T Higgins. Look, if you follow the pod, we're gonna put this out, and then let's tag T, and I'll text him and see if we can get him on here, because I want to hear about it. Look, this is we'll put this in. I always tell the people, like, I'm over here catching up with my friends, and y'all just getting to tune in and listen to everything. Cause
that's what I'm saying. People don't understand that I ain't even played a real NFL game yet. I'm still trying to get my feet wet, so
right.
Definitely want to hear about it firsthand.
No, we would in due time, but that's gonna be. Let's see if in the weeks to come, so we can get T Higgins on the pod. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Once again, I want to thank my brother Travis Etienne for coming on to the show. It really means a lot when my friends come on to the show and show support. And I hope you guys, like I said, enjoy the conversation, all the stories, all the memories that we were able to talk about, and wishing him, like anybody else who follows this journey, wishing him a speedy, like a full recovery, back to the field so he can be who everybody knows he is, like the electrifying player, and light up stadiums across the country and across the league and take the league by storm. I think the sky's the limit for Travis. So rooting for him, happy for him, and ready to see him do big things for the Jacksonville Jaguars in the days to come. And so, like he was saying, look, we're going to get more people on the show. I'm going to try to do my best to continue to get people on that you guys want to hear from. And like I said, I'd be having fun too. Like, I like talking to my friends. We're catching up. I know y'all enjoy it. So we're going to keep continuing to do this thing. And it's been a great lineup. I'm going to try to keep it going. But I'm going to hold up my end of the part. My end of the bargain. What I need from you guys is continue to show love, show support, because it means the most, and it keeps me going, it keeps the momentum going, and we're going on to bigger and better things, guys. You guys are part of the beginning, and this thing is going, it's going up and to the right. I promise you. So if you've been there since day one, if you got here day 3, whatever, you've been tagging along for a long time, continue to show love, like the content, share the content, support the content. If you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and subscribe. Just go ahead and subscribe to the podcast so you can continue to be updated. And if you don't really care, just know I care. So subscribe to the podcast. We're almost at 3K. The last time I said something, we were at 2K. That was the last goal. We're almost at 3K to the next goal. So let's get us there. Come on. You got friends. You got people who would enjoy this too. Let's get them subscribed. Let's do it. The Players Club, little community. We're growing. We're getting bigger, and we're doing our thing. And so that's been episode 17. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I've had a great time. If nobody else had a good time, I had a good time with this episode. And so continue to come back, continue to show love, like I said, continue to support, continue to engage. These are people you guys want to hear from. So you got questions you want to ask, things you want to see on the show, hit us up on every social platform. We love to respond. And we're here to continue to grow. So let's do it together. That's been episode 17. Here at the Players Club, a podcast by the players for the people. And I'm your host, Darien Rencher. Thank you guys for everything. I'll see you next week with another episode. Peace.